Straight ahead on 12 News, while you might want to double-check your credit card statements, Robbinsdale police tackle a case of gas pump skimmer fraud. Plus, new opportunities for youth, these opportunities delivered on wheels right to a child's neighborhood. But first, more and more people delaying retirement.
We think that there's a potential of 70 becoming the new retirement age.
12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Delaying retirement and working longer. That's what many older Minnesotans are doing today, according to a state survey.
It's a trend that's occurring nationally, too. In this week's Business Matters, a look at why many Minnesotans over the age of 60 are choosing to stay on the job.
These are city newsletters.
Thanks to her job, Marilyn Bina has her finger on the pulse of the Northwest Metro.
This is the Maple Grove City Focus, and it's a hot little newsletter to get in.
As vice president at Prime Advertising and Design, Marilyn's company designs and prints dozens of community guides and city newsletters, and she helps local businesses get advertising in the publications.
I help build their business by marketing, teaching them what to do. And I have so many venues to offer that it's great, from community guides to newsletters, ice arenas.
At 75 years old, Marilyn's full-time career in marketing spans 45 years. And she hasn't given retirement a thought.
I love what I do, and I am a widow of 12 years, so I have the time. I don't have to sit, and I'm not one to sit around and do nothing, so I couldn't stand it. That's why I love working.
She's not the only Minnesotan working beyond traditional retirement age.
We think that there's a potential of 70 becoming the new retirement age, and certainly could become 75 as people live longer and are healthier.
At Minnesota's Department of Human Services, a survey shows more Minnesotans are feeling healthier longer, and they're also working longer. Nearly 27% of those surveyed over age 60 are working today, compared to 10 years ago when it was 23%.
This doesn't surprise us because this is following a lot of the national trends that happened as a result of the economic decrease, the Great Recession, and so we're not surprised, and so we are seeing that happen.
You could put Marilyn Bina, Prime Advertising and Design.
For Marilyn Bina, the choice to continue working into her 70s has a lot to do with the fact that she loves her job.
Kind of fun.
And she has no plans to stop working.
I'd rather be busy and making a difference in this world. I'm happy being busy, and I have the health, and I still have my mind, and so why give it up?
The state survey also found of those Minnesotans who are retired, a fewer number, just 3%, are moving south for the winters. That's compared to nearly 10% in the early 2000s.
Visitors to a Robbinsdale gas station might want to pay close attention to their bank statements. Robbinsdale police say that on January 19th, an employee of the Mobile Mart station near 42nd Avenue and Bottineau Boulevard found a credit card skimming device inside a gas pump. Criminals use the skimmers to steal credit card information when people swipe their cards. Investigators say the device has been removed and sent to the Hennepin County Crime Lab to test for fingerprints and DNA. No word on how long the device was there or how many people may have been impacted. Anyone with information should call Robbinsdale Police.
Trial was set to begin today for a Champlin tax preparer. Instead, Rona Griffin pleaded guilty to 17 counts of tax fraud. Prosecutors claim the fraud cost the state more than $1.5 million in tax revenue. Griffin was charged nearly a year ago with 53 felonies. The state dropped the other charges in return for the guilty plea. Prosecutors say she lied about her client's charitable contributions and business expenses. When she's sentenced in March, Griffin is expected to get nearly 4 years in prison.
He served as Crystal's police chief for 27 years with an authoritative old-school style. James Mossy was laid to rest earlier this month at the age of 80 after declining health. Mossy started his tenure as Crystal's chief of police in 1973 before retiring from the post in 2000. In the 1980s, he hired one of Minnesota's first civilian specialists to work with juveniles, which was unprecedented at the time. He also hired the woman who would become Crystal's current police chief.
You know, when you sat in a room with him, you were intimidated by him because of his authoritative old school style of policing, and you didn't want to displease him in any way. But his presence was just, he never came across as angry or anything like that. He just had a big presence about him.
In the years since his retirement, Chief Revering said he remained a Crystal resident and would regularly meet with retired officers for breakfast. Mossy would also join her for the annual holiday party with Hennepin County police chiefs. He died on January 2nd.
The Golden Valley Library has started a new chapter, and young patrons couldn't be happier.
It's bigger than most of the other libraries, and because it has more books.
Count Amelia Baird as a big fan of the newly renovated Golden Valley Library. It reopened over the weekend after 4 months of construction. Library patrons will notice walls removed to add more natural light.
I think it's really nice. It's very nice and open, and it doesn't feel cluttered with all the books, but yet there's still a lot of content available, which is good.
We're very excited about our new early literacy space. It's an area for parents, caregivers, grandparents, anyone with children to come in and just hang out at the library.
The kids area includes a little kitchen, an area for budding artists, and an area for future engineers, complete with a Lego wall. The remodel cost $1.4 million. When Maria Keller was just 8 years old, she had a big goal: collect 1 million books to promote literacy.
Now, fast forward 7 years later, she's accomplished that goal and then some. Now 15, Keller is being honored for her efforts. The Plymouth teen is one of 5 winners of a $10,000 college scholarship from Montage Hotels and Resorts. This is video of Maria when she collected book number 1 million to give away to underprivileged children. She went on to collect 1.7 million books. Maria also founded a nonprofit called Read Indeed to advance literacy efforts around the world. Coming up, delivering new opportunities to youth. These opportunities come on 4 wheels.
And then a little bit later in sports, Breck and Maple Grove face off in a big girls hockey matchup.
But first, mostly cloudy on Tuesday, temperatures reaching the 20s.
We have a developing story to tell you about. Plymouth firefighters are on the scene of a large house fire this Monday evening.
Yeah, this is a live look at the fire on the 29th Avenue on the northwest side of Medicine Lake. It's gone to 2 alarms. Someone on the lake noticed the fire and called it in. According to various realty sites, the home was listed for sale. Multiple agencies responded, including Hopkins, St. Louis Park, and Robbinsdale. And fire officials tell us one person was in the house when the fire broke out and got out safely. Creativity for a good cause was on display this weekend at Robbinsdale Middle School. Members of the community turned lumps of clay into soup bowls. The bowls will be glazed and then donated to raise money for local food shelves.
It's something that the community really looks forward to every year. They rally around it and really give a lot of their time and money towards the effort.
And you too can mold your own soup bowl. There's another bowl making event Tuesday evening at Plymouth Middle School. And mark your calendars for Tuesday, March the 8th. That's when the bowls will be sold and soup served for charity. It takes place from 4 to 7 at Cooper High School, and the goal is to raise at least $15,000.
A new survey shows most Americans don't have enough money to cover a $500 emergency. The survey by Bankrate.com found 63% wouldn't have the savings to cover a $500 car repair. It suggests most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Although consumer confidence reports show many Americans are feeling good about their jobs after the Great Recession, most still aren't saving enough money. Thanks to grant money, Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park Youth will have a new way to be active.
The Brooklyn Bridge Alliance for Youth will soon be getting mobile recreation vehicles that deliver a variety of activities right to neighborhoods. Eric Nelson explains.
The Target Field ballpark tax has spawned many new facilities in the Northwest Metro.
I think Hennepin County had tremendous vision in creating this particular funding opportunity.
Thanks to Hennepin Youth Sports Grants and the foresight of County Commissioner Mike Opat, Venues such as Todd Anderson Field in Brooklyn Park have been built.
This fund has had a huge impact on young people throughout Hennepin County.
Since 2009, $17 million in youth sports grants have been given to more than 100 projects.
When they built the twin stadiums, creating this allotment that both expanded library hours, but then also expanded youth sports and recreation.
Now there is a new twist to this approach. The Brooklyn Bridge Alliance has received a $130,000 grant for mobile recreation vehicles to be used in Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park.
It's a huge need.
These vehicles, which could look like this, will bring sports and activities to geographically isolated kids who lack basic transportation.
If you can imagine a mobile rec vehicle kind of pulling up into your neighborhood, opening up, and there's all kinds of youth workers and activities that come out of that and run programming regularly over the summer and spring and fall.
Both cities believe the RVs will be a positive boost to certain neighborhoods.
What better way to make sure that kids are safe and engaged than to bring the programming to the kids in those apartment complexes and neighborhoods where there are lots of kids and that the families are all right there.
I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
This program could start in a few months. Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park will each have one RV, and park and rec departments from both cities will play a significant role in the program. Still ahead, a Medallion mystery solved in Plymouth.
But first in sports, the scoreboard operator is busy as Hopkins tops 100 points in boys basketball. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back.
The Hopkins boys basketball team remains #1 in Class 4A. The unbeaten Royals were tested by longtime rival Minnetonka on Friday night. Hopkins starts quickly in this game. Xavier Johnson hits a three-pointer 42 seconds in, giving the Royals a 5-0 lead. Amir Coffey with a pass to a wide-open Eric Davis. He'll dunk it home, and Hopkins is up 12-2. But the Skippers fight back. Seth Cota goes in for the dunk, getting Tonka back within 7 at 33-26. Coffey backs down his defender and spins and scores off the glass here. Part of a big night scoring for the All-State senior. Amar Miller slices inside. He'll score a late first half layup, and Minnetonka takes a 56-55 lead at halftime. Second half, Ishmael El-Amin steps in for a steal. He misses the layup, but Coffey is trailing, and he dunks at home. 35 points on the night for Coffey. El-Amin hits a three here, and Hopkins takes the momentum back and stretches its lead. Coffey, a great scorer and passer both. Another assist setting up Davis for 2 more of his 17 points. Hopkins pulls away to win 108-94. You can watch the Royals live when they play Cooper Tuesday night at 7 here on Channel 12. The same schools meeting in girls basketball. First half, Nia Holly drives and draws the Minnetonka defenders, allowing her to hit Keisha Woobin inside for the layup. Later in the first half, Holly will take it herself with a three from the right side. Royals up 31-27 at halftime. Former Royal boys basketball player Royce White looking on at this one, but the tide turns in the second half. Watch a nice pass from Minnetonka's Laura Hamilton to Megan Walker for the hoop as Minnetonka comes back in. They'll take the lead in this game. At the other end, Holly will miss a three. Walker rebounds, throws a long outlet pass to Hamilton, who lays it in. And Minnetonka goes up by as many as 16 points in the second half. Watch this play by Lizzie Odegaard of Minnetonka. Gets the block on the defensive end. Chrissy Carr gets open for the Skippers. She'll miss the layup, but Odegaard hustles down court, gets there for the rebound and put back. She ends the night with 17 points. Minnetonka gets the win 67-59. It's just the second loss of the season for the Royals. The regular season is winding down in girls hockey. 2 strong teams in the area, Maple Grove in Class AA and Breck in Class A, faced off for a second time this season. Second period, no score. Lauren Kaufman tucks it in for a Crimson power play goal. Loose puck in front, and Breck buzzes the net here. Nicole Oppenheimer pokes it in, and the game's tied 1-1. The Maple Grove gets the next 2. Taylor Wente's rebound marker gives the Crimson a 3-1 lead. 17 seconds into the third period, Sydney Breslin lasers a wrist shot top shelf, and it's 3-2. But Maple Grove scores 4 straight goals from there to turn a close game into a rout. 7-2 Maple Grove is the final. In prep wrestling, Robbinsdale District 281 teams, Cooper and Armstrong, renewed their rivalry on the mat at the annual Robbinsdale Rumble. An exciting start to this one, down 15-11 late. Cooper's New Young Bang gets a reversal and near fall on Tyler Hubble in the 106-pound match. A 5-point move gives Yang a 16-15 win. After another Cooper decision, it's all Armstrong. Damon Barley with a cross-face cradle pins Terrell Barnes in the 126-pound match. Falcons go up 9-6. At 132, James Young follows suit for the Falcons. He pins Peter Lee with just 1 second left in the first period, and Armstrong goes on a roll. Jackson Forpay gets in on the fun, scoring a pin in the 138-pound match for the Falcons. Steven Stockdale also gets a pin. Armstrong cruises past Cooper. 60-12 is the final. Teams that choose to participate in True Team boys swimming had their section meets on Saturday. A lot of our local teams compete in Section 5AA, where Whiteside easily takes the top spot, with Armstrong finishing second. Champlin Park Park Center and Cooper are in the 5th through 8th slots. Hopkins is runner-up to Edina in Section 6AA True Team competition. Cretin-Derham Hall and St. Paul Highland Park SPA round out the top 4. In Section 8AA, St. Michael Albertville takes the title with Brainerd, St. Cloud Tech, and Elk River in the next 3 spots. Then it's Buffalo, Maple Grove, Moorhead, and Rogers. Breck Lake is a power in Class A, and the Bear Stangs take the Section 2 True Team title. Benil places 4th at the state True Team meet this Saturday at the U of M Aquatic Center. And that is a look at sports.
All right, thanks a lot, John. We'll be right back.
Well, here is another live look at a 2-alarm house fire in Plymouth on Monday afternoon. It's on the 29th Avenue on the northwest side of Medicine Lake. There's no word yet on how this fire started. We are told one person was inside and did get out safely. Someone on the lake apparently noticed the flames and called it in. We'll have more information on this story Tuesday starting at 4.
And finally, you can stop looking for the Plymouth Fire and Ice Medallion. It has been found after 3 clues.
Now, Plymouth resident Curtis Martinson was all smiles when he found it on Friday. The 3rd clue was published the day before, and Kurt tells us it was a reference to Aid for Your Bike that helped out. Kurt says he knew where a bike repair station was located along a trail, and after that, it took him just 20 minutes to find the medallion. Martinson found the medallion along a pedestrian bridge just north of Legacy Park. That's in the northwest part of Plymouth. And he will get a $250 reward at the Fire and Ice Festival next month. He says some of that will go to charity.
Way to go, Kurt.
That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.